Nobody expected a team built on fear to become one of the most unforgettable stories in football. For a brief moment, they looked unstoppable. Opponents were intimidated before kickoff, defenders dreaded every attack, and fans believed they were witnessing the birth of a football dynasty that could dominate for years. But what happened next shocked the entire football world. A team once feared by everyone slowly collapsed under the weight of its own success, leaving behind one of football's greatest cautionary tales. Welcome back to GameBlueprint. Today, we're diving into the incredible rise and heartbreaking fall of football's most dangerous team. This is a story of unstoppable talent, fearless football, unforgettable victories, and a dramatic downfall that nobody truly saw coming. It's a reminder that in football, greatness is never guaranteed, and even the strongest empires can crumble faster than anyone expects. Every generation has a team that changes the way football is played. Some dominate through tactical brilliance, others through incredible teamwork. But a few become legendary because they combine talent, confidence, and an almost ruthless mentality. This team belonged to that rare category. They weren't just winning matches, they were overwhelming opponents. Every game felt like a warning to the rest of the football world. Their rise didn't happen overnight. Years of smart recruitment, patient development, and a clear football philosophy slowly built a squad filled with world-class players. The club invested heavily in young talent while also signing experienced stars who knew how to perform under pressure. The result was a perfect balance between youth and leadership. At first, very few people believed they could reach the top. Bigger clubs had larger budgets, stronger histories, and more famous players. Yet week after week, this team kept proving everyone wrong. Victories became more frequent, confidence continued to grow, and suddenly the impossible started to look inevitable. But that was only the beginning. Once they found momentum, everything seemed to click into place. Their attack was relentless. Every forward possessed pace, intelligence, and clinical finishing. Midfielders controlled possession while constantly creating dangerous chances. Defenders were aggressive, organized, and fearless in one-on-one situations. The goalkeeper consistently delivered match-winning performances whenever the team needed him most. What made them truly dangerous wasn't simply their talent. It was their mentality. They played every match with complete confidence. Even when trailing, they believed they would come back. Even against Europe's biggest clubs, they refused to show fear. That confidence became contagious. Fans believed every game could end in victory, while opponents often entered the stadium already expecting defeat. Their tactical approach was equally impressive. High pressing forced mistakes deep inside the opponent's half. Quick transitions caught defenders completely off guard. Every player understood exactly where to move without the ball, making attacks look effortless. Coaches around Europe began studying their matches, trying to understand the secrets behind their incredible success. Soon, trophies started arriving. League titles confirmed their domestic dominance. Cup victories demonstrated their consistency. Then came unforgettable nights in European competitions where they dismantled some of football's biggest names. These performances weren't lucky results. They were complete footballing masterclasses. Nobody saw this coming. Fans around the world began calling them football's most dangerous team because facing them meant surviving 90 minutes of constant pressure. Every attack looked capable of producing a goal. Every mistake was punished immediately. Even when they weren't playing at their best, individual brilliance often decided matches. Statistics backed up their reputation. They scored goals at an astonishing rate while maintaining one of the strongest defensive records in the league. Their expected goals numbers consistently ranked among Europe's elite. Possession statistics reflected complete control, yet they were equally devastating on the counterattack. They had become one of the most balanced teams in modern football. Individual players reached extraordinary levels. Several became Ballon d'Or contenders. Young prospects developed into global superstars. Experienced veterans produced some of the best football of their careers. It felt as though every player had peaked at exactly the right moment. However, the story didn't end there. Success often creates new challenges that are far more dangerous than failure. Winning attracts attention. Bigger clubs begin targeting your best players. Expectations increase. Every opponent raises their level. Suddenly, maintaining success becomes much harder than achieving it. The warning signs appeared slowly. Key players started suffering injuries at the worst possible moments. Fixtures became increasingly demanding as the team competed in multiple competitions. Fatigue began affecting performances. Victories became narrower. Defensive mistakes appeared more frequently. Small cracks started forming beneath the surface. Then came another major problem. Several star players attracted enormous transfer offers from Europe's wealthiest clubs. Some left in search of new challenges. Others demanded improved contracts. Replacing world-class footballers proved far more difficult than expected. While new signings possessed talent, chemistry cannot simply be bought during a transfer window. What happened next changed everything. The tactical system that once looked revolutionary gradually became predictable. Opposing coaches spent months analyzing every movement, every passing pattern, and every pressing trigger. Teams adapted by exploiting weaknesses that had previously gone unnoticed. Suddenly, matches that once ended comfortably became difficult battles. The manager faced impossible decisions. Should he stick with the philosophy that had created so much success, or completely reinvent the team? Neither option offered guaranteed results. Tactical adjustments created confusion, while maintaining the same approach allowed opponents to prepare more effectively. Pressure inside the club continued growing. Fans expected trophies every season. Media scrutiny became relentless. Every draw felt like a crisis. Every defeat generated headlines questioning whether the dynasty had reached its end. Confidence that once fueled remarkable performances slowly transformed into anxiety. Things were about to get even worse. Internal disagreements reportedly emerged behind the scenes. Contract negotiations created uncertainty. Leadership inside the dressing room weakened after experienced players departed. Football is often decided by fine margins, and small problems off the pitch frequently become major problems on it. Results continued declining.